Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to start another module from Web Security Academy from Portswigger, and the module name is Directory Traversal from server-side topics. So today I'm going to solve the first lab of Directory Traversal module. But before going to the lab, as always, this warning for you. This video and its contents are only for educational purpose and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. That being said, let's jump to the lab. So before actually go and see the vulnerability and solve it or exploit it, I just wanna give you a brief about what this vulnerability is and why this vulnerability occurred. So directory traversal vulnerability is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to read arbitrary files on the server, and that server most of the times are web server or web application servers, right? This might include the files which an attacker can read. That files may include codes, data, credentials, or files of the backend system or sensitive files from the operating system, right? And this vulnerability is also known as dot dot slash, directory traversal, directory climbing, and backtracking. And I will come to the point why there are so many names of this vulnerability. So, okay, I will explain here. So in Linux server, if we install Apache, we know few things that is default in the system, operating system. So we always have the default path that is /var /www /html, right? Now suppose that if we are going to publish our PHP website on the Windows machine or the Windows server using exam server, so we know that in the C drive we have exam directory. Inside exam directory there is htdocs directory, and inside that directory we have a directory for the web application, right? So now suppose we published a website and the directory name of the website that contains all the files of the PHP for our web application, that is test directory, right? And that test directory inside these directories, right? Now, why as I mentioned before that this vulnerability is also known as dot dot slash and directory climbing. So what happened if you are going to uh, access etc slash password file? So what you need to do, you need to go back from here up to this root directory, right? So to go back, what you do, like I'm going to explain it here. So I'm going to just clear this. Okay. So right now I'm in the root directory. Now suppose that I go to cd /var /www/html, right? Index.html and index.nginx debian.html. So in this case, I'm considering this is my default web directory, or I can create like mkdir and test. So now from here, if I want to read the etc slash password file, what I need to do, I need to write like this. So this is basically this dot dot slash is to go one step back, or is to go one directory back, or to jump to the previous directory, right? So when we write this, okay, we actually just wait a moment. I need to go inside test also. So as you can see here, we are in test. So if you just write cd dot dot slash, right now we are in the test directory, and once we hit enter, we go back to HTML. Same like this, we need to go back more. Now we are in www directory, and same like that we need to go one directory back again, Now we are in where directory, and now we again need to go back, and now we are in slash, right? And from here we can read cat etc slash password, right? Because we are already in this directory. So if we hit enter, we will find the content of the directory. Very nice. So now you understand why we called it dot dot slash vulnerability also, and why we call this vulnerability as directory climbing or backtracking. So now here, how many dot dot slash now HTML www where, and after where we got to this directory, right? Now we just need etc slash password, and we will get the content of the password directory. We can read this password file. Fine. So same like that here in this lab, what they said that because of course this is the first lab, so it is going to be simple case, and the web application is vulnerable to file path traversal, and that vulnerability actually exists on a part of this web application where we open the images, product images, right? Now to solve the lab, retrieve the contents of the etc slash password file. So let's go. Okay. So choose any of these product. Suppose I choose this one, and we got this image. Let's just view image. So once we view image, we can see here this complete URL. This is the path, and after this question mark, what you see here, file name, this is the parameter, and this parameter is actually calling this file. So now suppose if we try slash etc slash password, and we got a reply that is no such file, because we are in the wrong place. We are still in the where slash www slash html slash test, or maybe like this, right? So what we need to do, we need to go back, and how we go back is dot dot slash. Now in this time we are in html, and now we are in www, and now we are in, okay, so from here we got html, www, then where, and this is the root directory, right? And inside this root directory, etc and password, this is the file we are calling. So as you can see, once we hit enter, we found different result with an error. Why this error came? Actually because the application is expecting a PNG file or JPG file, any image file, but not this, right? So at this moment, what we can do, we have a base to release, and that is Burp Suite. What I'm gonna do is turn on the intercept, go back to the browser, just hit enter, but it will not work because I forgot to turn on my burp proxy. Now again, just hit enter, and this is the request what we made. Fine. So basically we already changed this in the browser, so we got it here. If we do not change, we can change it here, right? Now next thing is I want to see the result, so do intercept and response to this request, and just hit enter, sorry, forward, and as you can see, we got the content of etc password file. Once we come here, okay, we need to forward it again, go back to the browser, back to the application, back, 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 forward, forward, actually turn off this. So as you can see, congratulations, you solved the lab. That's very good. We solved the lab, but still Basically, this lab already told us that this vulnerability exists in that particular point. But what if you don't know this vulnerability exists where and how you will know, and what is the reason behind this vulnerability, why this vulnerability occur? So that part I'm going to cover now. Actually, there is a function in PHP and its name is include, right? So what this function actually do is this function is used to put data of one PHP file into another PHP file. Or in a nutshell, you can say that this function basically brings the content of the file. So uh, if you want to see the image, so you call that image file, and this include function brings the content of that image file, like image. Now, if you want to bring the content of a text file or another file like PHP file, it will bring you the PHP content also, right? So this will bring, okay, but what method we should use? The method is gonna be get method, right? So this is the get method, and here is basically the parameter. So the parameter was file name, right? And done. Because of this little piece of code, the whole application is vulnerable, and that could harm very badly, because all of your sensitive data, all of your code of this application can be revealed by any hacker who can read the arbitrary file by finding this vulnerability. So I hope you understand. Even if now you have any kind of question or any kind of confusion, please feel free to comment and I will respond as soon as possible. So if you like this content, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video.